Hey guys, I just wanted to come on before going to bed and talk about a couple of specific things that I had been reflecting on and thinking about. And they are that if you are in the same stage as me right now and you feel that you're not being seen, then don't worry. Don't worry. You, like, look, as I say, that what I think lows are there like seasonal changes in life. So once that seasonal change is over, the next season's gonna come, and the next season could be ups. And that's what I think this season is. The season of being unseen, being lonely, no one acknowledging you of the work that you put in, that you did, no one giving you the flowers you deserve. But my friend, you have to realize that you put in the work. You got how far. You got here just because of because of your work. So you have to give yourself your own flowers. And that's something that I don't do and I should do. And once you start doing it, trust me, your life will change. How? I don't even know, but it will. And this stage of life is just you're not being seen, you're just lonely, you don't know what is going on. Yet you keep going. You show up every day, every night, and you work. You work until you can't. Like right now, it's 1 and I have school tomorrow. I have to wake up at 6 and go to the gym, and then I have to go to school. Now, here again, I'm not sure, I'm not saying like, oh, look how much I'm doing. I wish I could do more. My apologies, but I wish I could do more. But yet, you are showing up every day. You are the one putting in the work. When? When you're not being seen. When you're in your dull moments. When the light is not on you. But you have to understand that there will be a time where the light will only be on you. Again, don't get me wrong, I want to make this clear. I don't mean this in an internet fame way. No. I'm not talking about having 1 million followers, 10 million subscribers. No. I am talking about you actually making it. And what I mean by that is you have to give yourself the flowers before everyone else gives them to you. Because some people, like, look, majority of the people won't even give you your flowers then. They're just gonna say, like, it was luck, and they'll find like 101 excuses to bring you down and say, like, oh, this happened, that happened, oh, you became that overnight and this happened overnight, or you got lucky, or you're just some 150 IQ genius who got everything strapped up in their brain in 1 day. No. You know the private victories that you had to put in order to get there. And that's why when I grow up, I want to get a tattoo saying private victories, because that phrase, I think I've realized the meaning of it, because every single public victory has God knows however many private victories. And by private victories, I mean every single night that you were tired, yet you showed up and you worked. Every single time that you were feeling super low, but you still worked. There's a lot of private victories, and there's just some example of 2 basic ones. My apologies again, but these are just example of 2 basic ones. But again, if you give yourself your flowers now, and if you see yourself as the king now, as the hero now, and then you will sure end up being. If you label yourself the hero in the dull moment of your life, in the lonely moment of your life, in the moment where you are not being seen, in the moment where no one is acknowledging your work, no one is seeing the hours you put in, which, quite frankly, I'm feeling right now. And I also learned that no one gives a shit about what you're doing, and well, in general, about nothing. They don't care about anything. And that is something I learned the hard way. But there's this little feeling inside of me that I remember quite vividly ever since I was around 7, 8. I just knew I'm gonna be so fucking rich. I'm gonna have all of these supercars. Again, I was a kid back then. I'm sure a lot of kids think like this, but back then it was more of the materialistic side for me. I was like, I remember, I don't exactly remember my age, but I think I was around 7. I used to see these Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, and I was like, one day I'll have these. And I used to go up to my parents and be like, look, one day I'll buy it. And back then I wasn't a good student either. And what they told me was that, oh, if you want this, then you have to study your ass off. You have to work really hard. Work, meaning study, meaning get good grades. Now, back then, I didn't know what a business was. I didn't know anything. I was 8. And I just knew that one day I'm gonna have these things. How? I had no clue how. Because I didn't even know what a business was. I didn't know how to start a business. I had no clue what to do to achieve these things. But I just had that feeling inside of me that I will make it. And I will have all of these things that I dream of, that I see. And by the way, those things were cars. Those were like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and all that bullshit. But now, as I've grown up, I realize that it's not about the materialistic things, but it's going back to the fact that I just knew that I would have everything that I dream of ever since I was like 7, 8. But what was being put into my mind was just poisoning my brain, because I was being told that if you study, if you get good grades, you'll achieve these things. How? With grades? Okay, so if I go to a Ferrari dealership and show my grades, will I get a Ferrari? Of course not. Of course not. But that's what I was being told. Not quite exactly, but you guys get what I mean, right? And back then, I actually thought it was true. And I remember I have this note. I had this note in which I wrote that I think I was around 7, 7 this time when I wrote this note. I wrote that I will make my mom. I don't exactly remember what I said, but I remember like what the note was about. It was that I will get good grades and I will make my mom proud. And it's just funny to think that that same kid still has the same goal. Like, he still wants to make his mom proud, but just not by getting good grades, by actually building her future, building his future family's future. And it just seems unreal because, like last night, and this relates to me feeling lonely and feeling like I'm not being seen. Last night, my mom was telling me that. Wait, I'll give you guys a backstory so you guys understand about. So, coming from brown culture, grades are prioritized like insane. So one of my dad's like far cousin uploaded a picture on her WhatsApp status. You guys know what I mean, right? On a WhatsApp status of her daughter getting 95%. Now, when my mom showed me that, I was like, oh damn, good for her. And she was like, yeah, of course, because her parents probably feel proud when she gets it. So, bring it back to me, I get terrible grades. Terrible. And I mean it, like, not like 20%, not, but below passing. In some subjects, just pass, you know. These are the grades I get. But the expectations my parents have for me is 90 freaking straight A's, passes. But not my mom, but my dad, yes. My mom she still has her expectations higher, but just not as high as my dad. But it's just crazy because I'm doing everything, and then she's just telling me that she's not proud of me. And that all just concludes up to me feeling lonely, you know? Me feeling like I'm not being seen. The work that I'm putting in isn't being seen. And yet, I don't acknowledge that fact. And I'm sat here every day going doing the same thing. I just come here, sit at this desk, do the same thing every day. And I'm just looking at my revenue right now in the corner because I have my profit sheet here, and I see that, well, today's the 15th of May now, 1 a.m., 15th of May, but 14th of May, I did 263.91 euros. My pound doesn't know that. Fuck, my pound doesn't know that. But one day, revenues, profits, fuck, not even revenue, profit's gonna be 10 times greater than that. But again, you have to work for it. My apologies, my laptop screen keeps going dull, that's why that happens. But if you have the feeling inside of you that you are in a stage of where no one is seeing you, yet you're still putting the work every day, I'm here. I can see, I understand how that feels. I know how it feels when you just sat there refreshing your dashboard every second, just praying for one sale that's gonna get you motivated. You don't get it. You don't. And I know how that feels. Just scrolling your dashboard endlessly, hoping for one sale, praying for one sale. You don't get that sale. You don't, my friend. You don't. I know how that feels. But those things all happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and your actions have a way of coming back to you. That's why. But right now is a season of not being seen, is a season of loneliness. But this season will have a far greater return in our lives. So with that, just keep working every day. Just with the fact that you will be someone really big, really great one day. Just keep working. Just keep working day after day. It doesn't matter if you're getting results, doesn't matter if you're tired, doesn't matter if the world is falling down. I still have to work, and I will work. So with that, it is 1 right now. I'm going to, of course the screen has to go off again, but I'm going to hit the bed. I'm not going to upload this video now. I'm going to upload it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later, and just know that I am here. I'm sat here looking at you working when you are not being seen by anyone. Keep in mind that I'm sat here and I'm seeing you. I'm looking at you. Not in a weird way, but I'm looking at you. So you better put in your work hours, because you will be great, my friend. You will be someone really great. So with that, let's keep working, and I'll see you guys in the next one.